We're back. Thanks for staying with us. Joined now by Brett Pojunis. He's the CEO of GPOPlus Incorporated. GPOX is their stock symbol. Brett, good to have you back on the program.
Great to be here. Glad we can make it work. Thanks for having me, Don.
Well, yeah, you've been a busy guy today with delayed flights and everything else. Really glad we could catch you. Why don't you tell our audience again what the company does?
Yeah, sure. So I'm here in Dallas now. We're working with some of our manufacturing partners down here and some of our expansion that we're going to be, announcing here in the short term. But our company's called GPOPlus. And for your viewers who have been following us, you noticed, that what we develop group purchasing organizations. And a group purchasing organization is like a buying group. And what we do is our mantra is aggregate, negotiate, and share. So we aggregate the purchasing power of our membership. We leverage that with different vendors, manufacturers, and suppliers to get fantastic discounts. And then we share those discounts with our members, saving, small businesses, independent businesses, lots of money so they can hopefully pass those costs and those savings through to the consumer. And so to date, we started with CBD GPO, aggregating the most commonly used products in the space, getting them all together, getting great deals, and then, sharing those discounts with our members. Well, then when COVID happened, if you remember, we started Health GPO. And Health GPO has the same mantra, aggregate, negotiate, and share, but we have a little bit of a different twist insofar as that we find products that have a unique value proposition, enter into some sort of distribution agreement, preferably with some sort of exclusivity, and then we sell those and market those products to our members. But the most recent addition, which I'm extremely thrilled about, is Distro Plus. Now, Distro Plus is going to be the distribution arm for all of our GPOs, but it's also going to have a dual purpose, being a GPO, a group purchasing organization for specialty retailers. And so this is an industry that is completely, I would say, unorganized. There's a lot of room to bring groups together. They have a lot of products that they purchase regularly that are pretty common, and we can get fantastic deals on these products and save our members a lot of money.
Now, how does your company generate its revenue?
Sure. So we have a couple different revenue models, but the most simplistic one is basically this: we go out and we will buy products at X and sell them to our members at Y, which is substantially less than what they're selling it for now, saving them a lot of money. So we make a little bit of spread on a lot of different volume and a lot of different revenue streams.
Now, are you running into? I'm asking everybody this question this week because it's really in the news. Are you running into supply chain issues?
Well, that's one of the biggest things that we bring to the table is we are the supply chain experts in essence. I mean, even, COVID tests, if you go to antigentest.com, which is one of our projects, antigentestplural.com, or, COVID Test Club, one of our value proposition for working with the conjugate care industry all throughout the pandemic is that the value prop is if you got payment in by 2 p.m. Pacific, we can get tests to you the next business day. So we have had very minimal interruptions on supply chains with any of our products. And again, that's kind of what we do. So since we're working directly with the manufacturers and the vendors and the suppliers, we have those direct relationships and can get the best access, the best service level, and then share that with our members. So our members who have been working with us have not had the supply chain issues that many other people have had. Now, we have seen increases in price. Of course, that goes with the territory. We're at war. There's inflation, is all transportation, fuel costs, so on and so forth. But we're still doing a good job of maintaining a great price.
Well, transportation and shipping costs have just escalated with the price of fuel. So you have to take that into account, don't you?
You do, especially when we're dealing with like raw materials or COVID tests. All these things are being shipped all across the country and in some cases the world globally.
What's on the agenda? What's on the agenda for the company for the rest of this year?
Well, for the rest of this year, we're going to be pretty focused on doing a couple things. One is going to be gross profit margin maintenance. That's going to be important. We have an acquisitive growth strategy that we've executed on, and we're continuing to execute on. We're looking for companies that have a nice little EBITDA that we can, again, take their products, take their services, bring them into our network, increase sales, increase marketing. And again, in that we're kind of industry agnostic at the moment. We have some industries that we're very familiar with, like CBD and specialty retailers and health, but we're looking at some different joint ventures that could potentially turn into an acquisition. So the acquisitive growth strategy is going to be crucial for us moving forward.
So your growth is going to be both organic and by acquisition?
That's correct. Yeah. So we're doubling down on our organic growth. We're getting ready to start really building out our sales team and our sales organizations. And we worked so hard to build this awesome foundation. And now that the foundation is laid and ready to go, now we're going to start really pushing it forward and building out filling all the voids that we have in management. Over the last 3 quarters, we've had some great additions to the team. We've really rounded out our senior management team. That's helping me out a lot because we have a great CFO who's taken a lot of that responsibility of the SEC filings, the Securities Act work off of my plate. So I can go and focus now on these acquisitions and really go out there and get our name out there and build our brands. And we've got a couple branded products that we're going to be launching. We announced. I don't think we officially announced it. We put in our Q's and K's, but our house brand. So we're going to start developing a strong house brand, kind of like a Kirkland, if you will. Kirkland is to Costco is Lifely will be to us. And so we're starting to build our own products. Some of them are custom formulations, some of them are white label. But we're looking to try and really build up that division as well.
It's interesting you mentioned Costco because when I think of your company, I actually think of Costco from time to time.
Yeah, well, you kind of should, because here's the thing. Right now, as far as a group purchasing organization is concerned, you don't see a lot of that on the B2C side. It's predominantly B2B. So one of the things that we are working on is trying to figure out how we're going to get the B2C to our customers. I mean, using Costco as an example, if we had like a local group purchasing organization for customers, you don't need to buy 50 tubs of a peanut butter to save some money. If we had like a loyalty program or some sort of program in place that would reward people for shopping at the businesses that are in our network. So that's one of the things that we're working on as well, but it's a little premature on that. We're still working out the kinks.
Well, Brett, how are you set with your capital requirements to achieve the growth you're projecting?
So what we're doing now is we are taking in term sheets. We're working with an investment banker. We're trying to raise some additional capital to get to the next level. So we're looking to raise both money for acquisitions and the organic growth, as you correctly mentioned. So we're working with a couple different investment bankers, a couple different funds right now, and hopefully we'll have some announcements in the not too distant future.
Stock symbols GPOX, GPOPlus Incorporated. Great interview, Brett. Congratulations on what you've accomplished so far. Looking forward to more interviews from you in the future.
Thank you. And if I could, please have all your viewers go to gpoplus.com/IR and sign up for our investor relations portal.